very good morning. Myself Dr. Ruchi Gupta. Now today we will discuss the introduction about the cloud computing and the architecture we have used in cloud computing. In the previous lecture we have discussed about the cloud computing and the evaluation of cloud computing. So today we will discuss about the introductory concept of cloud computing. So what is a cloud computing? So cloud computing, it is basically, as we have already discussed in the previous lecture, that cloud computing is a computing method through which we can access all the resources like software, hardware, memory. We can access all type of resources on demand basis from the cloud servers. These are the cloud providers. So cloud computing, it refers to maintaining the configuring and accessing the hardware. There is no need of any physical machine. We can access any type of services virtually from anywhere, from any location, from any time. So it offers online data storage, infrastructure and applications. So cloud computing, basically we can say that it refers to the use of hosted the services such as data storage, servers, database, networking and the software over the internet. So data is stored on the physical servers basically, and which are maintained by the cloud service providers. As we know that the number of cloud service providers are available, like Google providers are available, Amazon, Microsoft. So number of providers are available. They have to manage all the resources. So computing resources, that especially the data storage and computing power, are available on demand without direct management by the user in the cloud computing. So cloud computing offers the platform independency, as software is not required to be instantly locally on the PC. Means we can say that we have not installed any software or hardware on my PC. Even I can access the software or any type of resources through my desktop. So hence the cloud computing is making our business applications mobile and collaborative. This is the, we can say, this is the concept of cloud computing. It provide the basic services, like it provide us the on demand. It is a on demand computing. It is a automatic computing. It is a green IT computing. It is a utility computing. So it is a combination of all these computing. On demand, it is available, all the services are available anytime. It's a green computing, without any human intervention or any physical devices. We can access the services. So we can say it is a combination of all these computing. So another definition of this cloud computing is, cloud computing, it is a emerging style of computing in which applications, data, sources are provided as a services to the user over the web. So we can say that we can access all the services as a client. So services it provided may be a global, always be we can access the services on low cost, on demand, massively scalable, and consumers of the services need only care about what the services does for them, not how it is implemented. So the main concept of this cloud computing, the concept behind this cloud computing is that the user not aware, they are not bothered about that how we can access the services from the cloud server. No, we are just the consumer of the service. We can just put the request over the through the browser and we can access these services. So this is the process, that how we can access these services. This is the IT cloud. These are the servers. This is the client consumer. They are accessing the services through the cloud provider. So we can say that cloud provider is the only responsible manager between the consumer and the cloud servers. So this is the cloud serving computing architecture. As we have already discussed the concept of cloud computing in the previous lecture, again I will discuss that this is how we can access the service and what type of services we can access through the cloud computing architecture. So these are our desktops machines. We can use any type of device like mobile, laptop, printer, etc. Any type of device we can use. With the help of this internet, we can access any type of services with the help of this cloud computing environment. Like these are the communication devices like routers, switches. With the help of, we have to create the network and then we have to access any type of service through the cloud computing environment. So what are the key features of this cloud computing technique method? Number one, it is a on-demand self-service. User can access the resources anytime. Means user can access any application, any software, any type of services through the cloud service provider anytime. It's a 24/7 availability. Broad network access services are available by the internet. It's a necessary requirement for the cloud computing that we have a internet services. If we have internet services, then we can access all the resources anytime. Third is the resource pooling. We can share the infrastructure among the multiple users because the cloud computing uses the concept of distributed computing, means all the resources are to be shared among the network. Next is the scalability and elasticity. Anytime, any number of users can add or delete from the networks. So it is having the characteristics of elasticity. You can scale up or down the resources as your requirement. The next is the pay measured services, means user pay only what we use. So as we all are the users, so how we can access the services of through the internet? We can just pay for that service and we can access the services anytime. So these are some key features of cloud computing. This is a cloud computing reference model. As we have seen here, that number of layers are there. These are the cloud applications. So like social computing, enterprise, CDN, cloud computing environment tools we have to use here. These are the platforms, cloud computing hosting platforms, and these are the cloud resources. And basically, three main different type of services models which we have to use in the cloud computing environment is the SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. SaaS is a software as a service, PaaS is a platform as a service, and IaaS is a infrastructure as a service. So this is the whole reference model. We can say that the computing, cloud computing is work on the concept of this cloud computing reference model. So we are using here four main layers which we have to use here. One is the application layer, platform layer, infrastructure layer, and the data center layer. So user is working on the application layer, softwares are to be developed on this platform layer, and the system is to be managed by the data center layer. So for example, like if because we are the users and we are existing on the application layer, so we can use all the type of services, like we can access the services of Gmail, Facebook, YouTube, etc., etc. In the second layer, Google App Engines and Amazon samples, these are work on the platform layer. Then Amazon Web Services, FlexiScales, this is work on the infrastructure layer, and data centers, they are available on the system layer, or we can say data center layer. So this is the whole description about these layers. So first of all, as we have seen here, the application layer. So what is the concept of this application layer? Application layer, it is a top layer. So we can say the client is available on the application layer. This is the layer where the actual cloud applications are to be located. cloud applications, as opposed to the traditional applications, we can have some automatic scaling functionality to gain the greater performance. And this layer is basically, it is a consist of different cloud services which are used by the cloud users. User can access these applications according to their needs. So in order to maintain this layer, the application layer determines whether communication partners are available, whether the enough cloud resources are available or not, or accessible or not. And the application layer in particularly, it is responsible for processing the or managing the IP traffic. Basically, it handles the IP traffic, and the number of protocols work for the managing and traffic. Like we can communicate through the server, and we can use the various communication protocols here like FTP, MTP. So examples of these application layer system, it include web browser, SNMP protocols, HTTP, that is a hypertext transfer protocol, or hypertext transfer security protocols. So we have to use all the protocols in this application layer. Now the next layer is a platform layer. Basically, this is maintaining the operating system and application softwares which make up this layer. So users should be able to rely on the platform to provide them. It provides a scalability, dependability, and security protection, which gives a space to create their app. So means all the applications are to be created on this platform layer. So the objective of this layer is to deploy the applications directly on the virtual machines. So operating systems and applications framework make up platform layer, which is built on the top of the infrastructure layer. So the programmers, basically we can say that end user work on the application layer, the programmers work on the platform layer. For example, Google App Engine functions at the platform layer to provide the API support for implementing, storing database and business logic of the ordinary web applications. Now the third is the infrastructure layer. So it is a layer of virtualization. We can say the virtualization will work on this infrastructure layer only. So it is a layer of virtualization where physical resources are divided into the collection of virtual resources using virtualization technique like VMware, KVM, virtual machine like Xen. So this is a layer service as central hub of the cloud environment where resources are constantly added. A variety of virtualization technique. So a base upon to create the platform layer constructed using the virtualization, network storage, and computing resources. So automated resource provisioning is made up on this infrastructure layer only. So we are using here number of virtualization technologies like VMware, hypervisor to create pool of computing and to store the resources. So the infrastructure layer is basically, it is crucial to the cloud computing since virtualization technologies are only once they can provide the virtual capabilities. Now the next or the last layer of this cloud computing infrastructure is the data center layer. So what is this data center layer? It is responsible for managing the physical resources. For example, like switches, hubs, routers, some communicating devices, some cooling systems. So all these servers are to be managed by physically by the data center layer. So physical servers, they have to be connected through a high speed devices such as routers and switches. So it provide end user services that requires all the resources to be available and to manage the data center. So in the software application design, the division of these business, basically it create the business logic for the persistence data and it manipulate as it required. So this is due to fact that some data cannot be incorporated into a single application. So the requirement of this data to become a service has arisen from the introduction of microservers. So single database used by the many microservices that create very close coupling. As a result, it is hard to deploy or managing these services separately. So a data layer contain many databases, each serving a single microspace, perhaps a row closely related to the microservers. So it is needed a break complex service interdependency. So we can say that data center layer, it is basically managing the all the physical hardware. Amazon is one of the major popular company, major service provider. What type of services Amazon providers? AWS, as we all are aware about the AWS. Uh, AWS key offering compute. It is for the computing, storage, AIML, database networking. Microsoft Azure, it is one of the major service provider. It handled cloud computing, AI analytics and hybrid model. Then Google platform, GCP, they are having some AI ML, big data, cloud security. Alibaba is one of the major service provider. Alibaba, they have provided the Alibaba Cloud, EAS, big data, cloud serving, cloud distributed network. Then Oracle is one of the service provider. They provide the Oracle Cloud. The major key features of this Oracle Enterprise Cloud database, they provide us the SaaS service, PaaS service, that is a software as a service or platform as a service. Then IBM is one of the most popular service provider. IBM cloud service they have provided us. Under this, they provide us AI, quantum computing, hybrid cloud security, because security is also a major concern in the cloud computing environment. Next is the Salesforce. They provide us the Salesforce cloud, like CRM, SaaS, AI analytics. They provide the various key feature, offering the various key features under this Salesforce cloud. Then the next is the Tencent cloud. Uh, which is used for AI, gaming, IoT, big data. So we can say that these are the number of top leading cloud service providers. They have to provide us the various services through which we can access any type of cloud services through the cloud. And in today's scenario, like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, they are the various top leading service providers. So, if we are having some payment services, if we are having some payment services of these cloud providers, so we are not bothered about that how we can access these services. We are just the client consumer. We can access these services if we are accessing the services through these cloud providers. So these cloud providers are only responsible managing all the data and all the services which is provided through the cloud server. So we are not bothered that how we can access the services. We are just the consumer. We are not having any physical machine. We are not having any physical storage. We are not having any physical processing capability. Still we are managing, still we are accessing all the applications, all the services, all the resources through the clouds. Because why? Because we are using, because these service provider provide us such a fantastic services, such a valuable services through which we can access all the data and services applications. So in further we have discussed about that what type of services which we have, which is provided by the providers are service models and the deployment model. So under this service model, we will see that how the software as a service, platform as a service and infrastructure as a service we have to use with the help of service model. And with the help of this deployment model, we will see that how the public, private or hybrid cloud we can use with the help of these service providers only. So we can say that these service providers are the managers. They have to interact with the client consumers and the cloud servers. So thank you very much.